which comes from the 495th Fighter Squadron, the Valkyries at Lakenheath. F-35, which is the conventional takeoff and landing. The F-35B is the vertical landing short takeoff version, which is what the UK military operates.
P-17 produced all the way, and of course was a mainstay of the mighty 8th Air Force, as well as the 15th Air Force in Italy. And just a phenomenal aircraft. Again, could take huge amounts of punishment. But also, as anyone who's seen Masters of the Air will know, it was lethally dangerous too. I actually remember going to that, seeing that in a cinema in Hull when it first came out. So I reckon it was 1989?
It was 1990, which makes me feel incredibly old.
I actually watched it again not very long ago. And I have to say, I thought it really held up. I think it's a terrific film.
Brilliant, amazing film. The Bombay doors open on Sally B there, just giving us a belly side pass. Now, it always amazes me just how small.
You know, that's why nearly 50% of all those who flew in Bomber Command didn't make it home. It's always a payoff. I remember talking to a crew member that I think he was the navigator or the bombardier, I can't remember.
This is going to be his last pass, so get your cameras ready for what looks like Cam is setting up for a beautiful topside pass right to left. as we enjoy the P-47, the jug. Amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Cam Rolfe-Smith in the P-47.
Just in front of the tailplane. Yeah, that's more than enough for a couple of boot shots. And they still made it home. Taste of what the Messerschmitt looked like, what it could do in the air. That's more like 100 hours or even less, 90. And of course it's complete lambs to the slaughter.
And I do know, ladies and gentlemen, that Danielle on the top there giving us a wave can see you waving, so please give her a big, big wave as Emiliano pulls very tight. That can't be easy for Danielle. Her leg is straight out in front of her now. She's putting at least 4G in this aerobatic routine. Wrong, she's actually gone even further out on the wing by the looks of it. Everybody, slow speed pass, let's give her a huge wave.
Well, that requires a special kind of courage, wouldn't you say? I mean, how remarkable.
And a lot of faith in your husband.
You're telling me.
Now, I think this is even crazier. Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras out. Danielle is hanging upside down from that lower wing.
One of the things that fighter pilots often talk about their battles in the Second World War is how they're in the middle of a melee 1 minute and the next minute the skies are completely empty. And I was fortunate.
Okay.
For something completely different.
Well, they say it's all about communication, James. Left-hand side we have our Navy fighters, the Bearcat, the Wildcat, and 3 Corsairs. Enjoy this one.
It's called Road 28.
Sounds good, and it's just amazing to see. And I really go with that rule of thumb that if it looks good, it probably is good. I mean, it doesn't always work out, but for the most part it does.
9 times out of 10.
below.
Hey James, do you know when the Corsair scored its last aerial victory?
No, but it must be Korea or something.
1969. The Corsairs came up against Mustangs in skies over Central America. Each company was coming up with its own solution to the aerodynamic and technical challenges involved of achieving high performance, and what Grumman did, what Consolidated did with this is really, it was really fantastic. So unusual, so strong.
Interesting fact number 23 about the Bearcat. They were quite worried about the amount of stress that the wings are under when given an aircraft with that much power and speed, and the first design of the aircraft incorporated the outer 2 feet of the wingtips having explosive bolts on them, such that if the pilot pulled too hard, the explosive bolts would activate and blow off the outer 2 feet of the wingtips, thereby reducing the stress on the wings. The aircraft you're going to see Melanie Arsenal's later on flying in her crazy aerobatic aeroplane, the red, white and blue one in front of us. They have negative oil systems, so they have oil pumping up to the bearings, even negative. And I think that was probably Pete's goodbye flyby. He's going to join Darwin and land.
First flew 1st of September 1944 as a Fury, 21st of February 1945 as a Sea Fury. It's so quick. And I've been following the restoration of this amazing aircraft and watching Richard Grace and his team put it back to pieces over the last few years, and it's just brilliant to see it flying again and doing what it should be doing, which is moving around the sky very noisily, very fast. I'm on such a perfect afternoon.
I was just thinking
watching these.
How good that topside pass looked with the cloud behind and the blue canvas. It's just
bombing from very, very low heights with incredible precision. And this plane, amazingly, was flying operationally until 1979. Still being used in rear and rear. Breaking away to do its own display now. And honestly, people, we're really lucky to see it flying. When Allied air power was really ruling the roost. Served all around the globe, all theatres, Italy, Africa, Far East, of course North Europe as well.
Just give you goosebumps watching it, James. It's just a beautiful aeroplane. It's been flown today by Frederick Handelman, one of the Flying pilots who also flies the Flying Ball DC-6. He's very much enjoying flying this today.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. You can see how kind of manoeuvrable it is. I mean, it's really much more complicated than really pretty delicately, isn't it?
Formation aerobatics is a skill in itself, but to do it in 3 different types of aircraft, where the aircraft perform very differently, the speed differential at the top of these manoeuvres, the wing loading as the speed changes, every one of them is different. The pilot's working very hard and doing a grand job doing this routine. Expertly piloting the P-51 is Eskil Amdahl. Eskil is a former Norwegian Air Force test pilot and latterly Airbus test pilot. So he has flown the F-35 Lightning, the F-16, the F-104 Starfighter, the Sea Fury, the Eurofighter Typhoon, and even the MiG-15. So definitely got a logbook with lots of different types. A very, very experienced test pilot. He's on the left wing of this formation, flying that P-51. Formation.
So as the last of the conventional Merlin splits gets airborne, they're going to fall up behind us. The 2 Mark 14s in front of us are going to keep us amused with their raucous griffin noise. The lead aircraft is a FR-14, so this is a late war aircraft. It didn't see combat service. It actually was sent straight out to India in 1945. So this is one of the ultimate Spitfires. The Griffin engine would get out almost 2,000 horsepower. Now bear in mind that the 1934 Spitfire had just under 1,000 horsepower. It was essentially the same airframe. It just shows how versatile that airframe designed by R.J. Mitchell was.
We're just going to turn our microphones off, watch and listen to this incredible sight and sound.
Diamond, our world famous Diamond 9, trailing our red, white and blue. They arrive at approximately 450 miles per hour and they pull up and you can really see that planform of the Diamond 9 as Reds 8 and 9 move their sails rearwards to convert into 9 Arrow. Enid from the right, Hannah from the left for the 5-4 cross. Get your cameras ready for the Hannah break. Red 7 and 8 to your left hand side, red 6 and 9 to your right hand side. Hannah, get your cameras ready for the Vixen vertical break. Sywell, it's been an honour and it's been a pleasure. Please put your hands together for the 2024 Royal Air Force Aerobatic team. It's the Red Arrow!